A leaker claims that EA is making significant changes for the next Battlefield game. This year's Call of Duty title may feature more remastered maps than expected, a new Witcher game has been confirmed, and much more on This Week in Gaming. Hey guys, Level Cap here, and if I sound a little off today, well, it's because I am. Don't worry, it's not the vid, but it's probably the next best thing. I am dying right now, and I definitely feel like I sound, and I look like I feel, which is not good. That being said, there's plenty of interesting gaming news this week, so let's get into it. Leaker Tom Henderson claims that EA considers Battlefield 2042 a miss and that they've learned valuable lessons from it. He claims that DICE says the studio will revert a lot of the changes made to the franchise's formula with Battlefield 2042, and of course the changes DICE is referring to could be several things. Specialists, the player count, map size, they're all major design shifts compared to previous games. Henderson claims the next Battlefield title will have a modern to near future setting. In an August 2021 investor call, EA executives confirmed that a new Battlefield game is expected to launch in 2023. That said, EA put the Battlefield franchise under new management in December last year, and that means everything is subject to change. Battlefield 2042's Portal mode received significant changes this week. Since its launch, Portal has offered at least 5 official modes to play in a weekly rotation. DICE and Ripple Effect have cut that number down to 3. Many fans believe this is being done to more efficiently populate servers. Due to a bug, the Spaz 12 and Dow 12 shotguns had their frag round attachments removed this week. It was way more effective than intended at excessive ranges. It's unclear if this was the result of a recent update or just a long-standing issue that had gone unnoticed until recently. The Battlefield community managers have assured players that the frag rounds attachment will return once it's been appropriately balanced. The upcoming free-to-play FPS World War III has delayed its open beta launch. According to an official blog post published by the developers at the Farm 51 studio, a new open beta launch date will be announced soon. The devs state that more work is needed before opening it up to a larger audience. They promise to resolve network errors, improve server stability, and polish the gameplay. In the meantime, World War III is playable through the closed beta pack. These are different buy-in options that allow dedicated fans to playtest the game early. Prominent Call of Duty leaker Ralph shared some exciting details on Twitter about this year's Modern Warfare sequel. According to him, Modern Warfare 2 will feature even more remastered maps from older games than initially planned, including remasters of maps from Call of Duty 4, the original Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3. Considering many of the community's favorite maps are in these games, players are thrilled with the idea that some of them might be coming back. Warzone underwent its latest round of cheater bans this week as well. According to the developers at Raven Software, over 90,000 accounts were banned. This is undoubtedly one of the largest ban waves the game has received since it launched its Ricochet anti-cheat software last year. Even with such a high ban count, the devs still have a long way to go. Every day, new hacks and cheats are used to exploit the game. Warzone also got its mid-season update, revamping the Rebirth Island map, increasing base HP to 150 in all modes, and adding a handful of new mechanics like portable buy stations and the ability to drop a gas mask. World-famous rapper and songwriter Snoop Dogg is getting added to Call of Duty as a playable character. The Snoop Dogg bundle will come to Warzone and Vanguard on April 19th. Snoop Dogg was part of COD Ghosts back in 2013. His voice was used as an alternative game announcer. CD Projekt Red, the developers of Cyberpunk 2077, announced a new Witcher game is in development. The new game will apparently kick off a new saga for the franchise and not be called The Witcher 4. It's being developed with Epic's Unreal Engine 5 instead of CD Projekt's own Red Engine. This also kicked off a multi-year partnership with Epic Games. The devs have clarified that the new Witcher game will not be an Epic Games Store exclusive. Apex Legends suffered a massive content leak this week. An in-development character screen revealed what could be the next 9 legends: Conduit, Scryer, Newcastle, Uplink, Vantage, Catalyst, Phantom, Jester, and Caliber. Things are subject to change as much of this content may be a long way from release. Regardless, Apex fans are excited to have so much content on the way potentially. Though things aren't as good for Apex Legends Mobile, the game has severe cheating problems. In soft launch back in February, the players are reporting the near constant presence of cheaters in their matches. And while the developers at Respawn have yet to comment, their stance on cheating has been made very clear. Last year, they announced their aim to upgrade their anti-cheat and issue more manual bans. Players are hoping for a kernel-level anti-cheat similar to Warzone's Ricochet system. PlayStation has acquired another game studio. The Montreal-based studio called Haven was established in March of last year. Jade Raymond helms it. She is the co-creator of the Assassin's Creed franchise and also has a hand in creating the Watch Dogs series. According to Raymond, the devs are on track to deliver a new AAA multiplayer game. And since PlayStation has acquired the studio, they now have help from other PlayStation studios like Naughty Dog and Insomniac Games. When it comes to Team Xbox, rumors suggest new hardware will be announced this year. These rumors originated on the Xbox Era podcast. One of the hosts claims that Microsoft wants to reveal new hardware as soon as possible. He also claims it won't be what people expect. With such high demand for the Xbox Series X and S consoles and the worldwide chip shortage, a new console seems unlikely. Some fans speculate that it could be some sort of streaming dongle used to play Game Pass titles over the cloud. Alternatively, other rumors suggest Xbox could be launching a new controller that's more in line with the PlayStation 5's DualSense controller. Destiny content creators and streamers on YouTube face serious copyright issues for using the Destiny soundtrack. Some creators are even being forced to take down multiple videos. Bungie has acknowledged the problem, stating that they are not issuing the copyright takedowns. Bizarrely, Bungie themselves have been given several copyright notices on their own videos. And while the origin of this copyright is unclear, players suspect it may be an algorithm malfunction or something to do with the recent PlayStation acquisition of the studio. Team 17, the publisher behind Hell Let Loose, has partnered with indie studio Small Impact Games. Together, they are working on a new space pirate tactical looter shooter called Marauders. The game is set in an alternate 1990s where the Great War never ended. To escape the conflict, humanity flees to the stars seeking refuge. The players assume the role of space mercenaries who must explore, loot, and fight different enemies. Players also have the option to board and pillage other player ships. During the boarding phase, you are supplied with a limited amount of oxygen. Once it's depleted, you'll suffocate aboard the enemy ship. Marauders is scheduled to go into early access later this year on Steam. We would love to hear your thoughts on Tom Henderson's latest leak. Do you want a new modern-day Battlefield game next year, or is it too soon after 2042? Let us know what you're thinking in the comments. The hugely popular action-adventure game A Plague Tale: Innocence is being adapted into a TV show. The game follows the story of two siblings surviving the Black Death plague in the 14th century France. The game received massive praise for its unique story and cinematic gameplay style at launch. No cast list has been shared yet, but the project has entered pre-production. On top of this, leaks suggest the game's upcoming sequel, A Plague Tale: Requiem, may be launching in June this year. The highly anticipated sequel was announced during the Xbox Showcase last year. It recently showed up on the Microsoft Store with a new key art image. The June 17th release date is subject to change, but it might give fans a rough idea of when to expect this game. And that wraps it up for This Week in Gaming. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. This is Level Cap, signing off.